This is for all women to help with the perimenopause, menopause journey through life. I'm gonna start at the beginning. If you've never heard, there are signs physically and on your lab tests that start to show you could be in perimenopause that I wish I knew 12 years ago. So first lab changes, LDL, bad cholesterol, rises. HDL, your good cholesterol, may drop a little bit. Increase inflammation markers, higher than normal testosterone. That happens because your estrogen's going down. Testosterone comes in to try and make estrogen for your body. Falling asleep, but not staying asleep, especially waking up at 3, 4 in the morning, that's progesterone. Big one, UTIs, not the fun way. Just getting them. I had 3 in a row, not the fun way. I was like, what is happening? Estrogen. A difference in your periods, shorter cycles every 26 days versus 28, or a much heavier flow. Increased anxiety, social anxiety, panic type episodes that you never had before. What I'm talking about is not a lifelong thing. These are all of a sudden you're in your 30s or 40s and all of a sudden this starts happening. You're told you have high cholesterol, anxiety, low thyroid symptoms despite normal labs. I got diagnosed with hypothyroidism about a year after they took out my uterus. No one ever put together, you need progesterone to make thyroid conversions and have a healthy thyroid. No one ever said that. I wasted 9 years of my life on hypothyroid medicine that as soon as I went on bioidentical hormone replacement, the medicine started making me like all of a sudden just feel so toxic and awful. There was nothing else it had to be. So I quickly tapered off that med. And as soon as I stopped, I have never felt better. My hair started coming back in and I'm not having heart palpitations anymore. Anyway, so perimenopause usually starts around 45, but it can start as early as 30. Menopause on average, and they consider that when you haven't had a period for 12 months. So when it came to estrogen replacement, I chose the patch. There's many types. You can go online. There's creams and gels and even pellets. All of those things, for one reason or another, was not going to work for my lifestyle, and for me, I tried several. The patch is proven to be very, very good. I put it sort of my bikini area because they're expensive. The company I use, it winds up being $80 a month. You change them twice a week. When I put it on my wrist or they come off in the shower. So I find clean, put it on and let my hands warm it up a little bit. And they're little clear discs. You don't even see it. I love it. I wanted to do the pellets because that seemed easier, but it is so much more expensive. That was not going to be for me. So a little disc. Next was progesterone. Like I said, they took my uterus. I was told, you don't have a uterus, you don't need progesterone. I did that for years. I suffered. And then all of a sudden, I went to a company and I just didn't say that I didn't have a uterus. So they legally had to give me progesterone because you need it. So the biggest thing they say is it protects your uterus lining. It does so much more than that. Again, I had started with the cream. The cream is not the best way to get it. You get a very low amount. So the pill is especially for sleep, progesterone. I do 100 and sometimes I do 200. I take 2. I can tell if I'm having anxiety, a lot of anxiety that day, I sleep like a baby. Progesterone helps prevent estrogen dominance, helps your bones, uterine protection, sleep, anxiety, mood, and your heart, thyroid function, helps reduce fight or flight. Lastly, I take testosterone, and this I do the injection. Again, I tried the cream. It's like a lot of liquid. I just don't like it. I so much prefer I do a little bit. I actually do half than they prescribe it for. So I use a company called My Alloy. It's $80 a month. I'm gonna put down a 25 off coupon if you wanna try it. I get my patches and my progesterone from them. My testosterone, I get through a hormone clinic. One of my clients actually owns it, so I get this from her, but you can get it also. Once you're in menopause, they really just give you bioidentical hormone replacement based on symptoms. Yes, you need to do blood work, but I am now doctor free. So I just do my own lab work through a company called Life Extensions. I do my thyroid panel and my hormone panel every 6 months. It's $100. I go to Walgreens, LabCorp, get my stuff, and then I can stay on track with my own hormone stuff because I cannot handle going to the doctor for this stuff. It was so many visits and so much old information. And I hate to say this, even through some of the female physicians, I was baffled. When I healed my hypothyroidism, finally one of them said, we should have checked the progesterone for that. That's when I said, I'll do this on my own. Testosterone will help with libido, fatigue, motivation, depression, muscle tone, weakness, thinning hair, and brain fog. I hope this long video helped. If you have more questions, put them in the comments. I'll make another video because this was a 12-year journey and I really love talking about this. I'll help any way I can.